hello. Woo! We're live. We're alive. Hey, Hemi. All right, stud. How's it going? I know there's two of me. That will be Sean eventually. So I've got to keep an eye out and make sure that he's not trying to get in the room and that. You're not going to hear me because I just realised my mic wasn't up. So now you should hear me. So we'll give it a couple of seconds. And hopefully we will now be hearing me live. And hopefully there won't be any of the old echo or anything like that. But let me know how the sound is. Got a little bit. Oh, bruv, you ready to listen to some music? Yeah! We're ready to listen to some music, man. I changed the thumbnail again. So we've now got the Scottish and English flag rather than the European one I was playing about. Obviously, Herbie Jerbies, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a shorter one tonight. Sean's got to get away, and I'm gonna we've not really got much in the way of submissions. So the plan, I think, is to try and be a bit more scheduled, a bit more organised. It was a bit of a kerfuffle today. So the hope is that we will get on to doing a few more sort of submissions and stuff like that, and we'll try and share it out a little bit more. But if anybody's got any songs or anything like that they want us to check out, it doesn't have to be your own, just anything worth maybe checking out, then let us know and share them in the usual place. I'll have a quick look actually just to see if make sure there's nothing in the song submissions. What I might do is I'll maybe have a look and see what we've got in the what's in promote your music. So Arby, can we share your live stream songwriting session that you mixed? I just seen that. Would that be alright to share that out? If so, let me know in the chat and we'll get that up. There's a new release from Daniel at Shadow of the Throne, so let me just bring this up. Accept them cookies. I'm just going to turn off the background music. And hopefully this will play and not try and do all the normal pish that. All right, perfect, Darby. I'll get Daniel's on, and then we'll have a listen to that afterwards. So this is "Follow Me," one of the new singles from Shadow of the Throne. I urge you, if you're watching this on the catch up, to go and give them a follow and a little heart that will save to your library. I'll have to log in. Yeah, let's see what happens if I log in. Oh, I can't remember what my password is. No, bugger that. I'll just go back. Right, let's hit it. Bang. Oh, I just want the fucking fuck's sake. Can't remember what I logged in. For fucking arsey bollocks. Why? Right. Log in. Right, here we go. That's all good. That's all good, Hemi. Right, I like it. Let's go. I got some golf claps. I got some sound effects. So yes, that was Shadow of the Throne. Follow Me, new single released on the 27th of November 2023. You can see that they've got a good discography. Let's have a little look, see all the dismiss that. So they've got an EP, they've got Meltdown, Rise, The Guilt, Dark in Our Eyes, lots of great songs. So get yourselves following them, all that stuff. And I think they've got YouTube. Have a look at them on YouTube and everything like that. And yeah, that'll be cool. Okay, so next up we have Urban Jerbies. Urban Jerbies did a little thing, live stream songwriting session. So, wait, just a fucking moment. Bloody hell. Autoplay. Okay, so, Irby, this was like were you doing stuff? I know you've been doing Incubus's Warning? Or 11 a.m. Or were you doing a few other stuff? We've got Arlo Cam. There's Arlo. Arlo, sit. Sit, buddy. We've got the Arlo Cam. Come here. Sit. There he is. There's my boy. So we've got Doggy Dog. Rough Mech's work in progress was just noodling about. Cool. We'll just have a wee listen. And if anybody says, okay, play. Let me know how the levels are in the chat. Yeah, as Katie said, very nice, chilled. I like that. It was cool. So not adding more variation to the basic structure, writing lyrics, recording, vocal, and post processing. Now that's a really nice chilled kind of vibe. Are you doing the vocals yourself, RB, or have you got somebody in mind? Are you what are your sort of plans with that? Let us know in the chat. Oh, hey, oh, crappy. How's it going? Actually, while we're in SoundCloud, let's go into my SoundCloud because I wanted to. Where's no, that's my tracks. I don't want my tracks. I want where's my people that I follow? Oh wait a minute, here we go. View all. Right, who have we got? Right. Who shall we listen to? You know what? I'm gonna go into One Ton Project and I'm gonna put on Having Mine because it's my favourite of all their songs, I think. I just love the harmonies in this.
It's 8 o'clock in the valley and not a single belly aches. They're tired and weary and definitely mentally drained. These days prove short and there's simply no time to play.
Oh, there you are. You're a bit muted there. Sorry about that, lad.
For those of us who've got our shit together, our priorities straight. Take a look around, baby, don't you realize lately we've been burning time? You've been on it wishing you could get yours while I've been out there having It's 12 o'clock in the valley and honey, you're arriving late. Cold shoulder under the impression that I've been deserving your praise. These days prove short and there's simply no time to play. Those of us who've got our shit together, our priorities straight. Take a look around, baby, don't you realize lately we've been burning time? You've been on it wishing you could get yours while I've been out there having mine. Take a look around, baby, don't you realize
The sound of children eating.
Back up so we can all hear. Check, check, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. And can we hear? We have a freed millennial animal. We have freed MA. He's been good.
He's
He's eaten all his dinner. He's allowed to come out and play now. So.
As King Andrew, kowtowed to the pressure of the people.
Yes.
And, yeah.
We've got to listen to the people, but we try our best to listen to them, even though they're wrong a lot of the time. Sometimes occasionally they're right, and it's certainly those.
Jesus, look at that! See the difference in that backlight there? Look at that! I didn't realize how low it was. Look,
Ooh.
boom. Oh wait, it's come back down again.
So yeah, I was talking about earlier. We'd obviously been chatting a little bit about the European takeover, or now Scottish and English takeover. I've changed the thumbnail 3 times today, so I've now got the Scottish and English flags rather than the European ones. So
yeah. Well, I mean, let's not get into that discussion.
This is not a political talk show. But we were. Oh, yeah, Arlo's fucked off. Bye, Arlo.
Oh, has he gone? The
He's
dog.
gone. It's all right though. I'll turn this off, and when he comes back, I'll put it back on. We can have Arlo cam.
Does that look? There. Does that look Christmassy? My lighting should be green.
It's not. I don't know if the red's too strong, so it's not showing that it's kind of green. The lights I've got way too bright, so you can't really see any of the backlight. Oh, there we go. That's green.
There we go.
Lovely. Oh, very Christmassy. I'm quite jealous. So
well, you wouldn't be jealous of these lights. I've got 2 sets of strip lightings, and one of them's completely fucking haggard. You know, it's the one.
I've got one that I meant to plug these in, but I need to. This desk and everything was a complete mess when I got back this morning because I was doing some video and photography stuff.
Yeah.
At customers today, so I was like trying to find all my bits and bobs and then get everything set back up. That's why it's a bit later tonight, because I was like, oh shit, I need to get organised.
Yeah.
But we were talking about kind of what we kind of like to do maybe with the show, and I think you sort of said about maybe for next week. Well, actually, I might have a guest lined up for next week as well.
Ooh.
So one of the girls, in fact, I think I'll find her song that she said. I think she's got a new release coming out next week. So I said to her, she's can I say purple burglar alarm? Yes, I can say purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar. Do you want me to say it like ASMR, Mr. Stud? Here we go. Getting nice and close. Purple burglar alarm.
Why do Americans think Scots can't say that?
I don't know.
It's weird, isn't it? I see that all over.
But those Americans are really weird because they don't say burglar. They say burglarize.
Oh yeah,
I've been burglarized.
I've been burglarized.
I've been burglarized. Oh no.
I was trying to think of like an American. I can't think of some southern stereotype. I was listening to a podcast about these 2 like crime families up in the Appalachian Mountains. What were they called? The McCoys and something else.
Is it McCoys and Frasers or something like that?
Something like that. I only listened to about 20 minutes of it, but it was so funny. Like this, the obviously the podcast I listened to it's the last podcast on the left. They do a lot of funny stuff, but just some of the stories about the shit those people got up to. It's those Appalachians are crazy people.
Yeah. I like that last podcast on the left. It's funny.
You watch it too, yeah?
I listened to a few of them. I listened to the one about the BTK killer and stuff like that. And
BTK,
and it's kind of
nasty.
Like it's funny and dark, and I like that kind of.
Well,
stuff.
yeah, it's gallows humor. Like they take the mick out of it. Yeah,
100%. But
there you go. Child knows it was the Hatfield show.
Hatfields. Yeah. The Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah.
These Southerners trying to delete syllables where possible. Everyone talks like that, and needs to know we don't need to talk like that, kidding, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
To be fair, Scousers do the same. Like we do the same thing. I have to like when I speak to like Americans or if I'm on a stream or something, I have to like overpronounce everything like so I don't like. There's a joke. There's a football player called Danny Ings, right? And there's a Scouse ex-football player who's now a commentator and an analyst and stuff. And it's like a running joke that when he pronounces the name, he like overpronounces it. Sounds like he's saying Danny Ings, like 'cause he's trying to like overpronounce.
Have you? Did you? I recommend if people. In fact, I could probably bring it up. Did you ever watch the Fast Show? No, sorry. Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse. Harry Enfield Experience.
I know the two comedians, but I haven't seen the show.
So there's a brilliant sketch where they've got Paul Whitehouse is playing this like he's a Spanish footballer who's signed to Newcastle United.
Yeah.
And Harry Enfield's like the pundit interviewing him, and so every so often, like every week, like he got a little bit more Geordie, so he's going, and I was like, hey, did it like man? It's just so well done, and he's so brilliant at it. It's just like these little snippets of Geordie coming through on the Spanish, and it's
that's what actually happens with a lot of those guys though. Like when they come over and they live in like a part of the UK for a while, or you get like an English lad going over and managing or playing for like a Spanish team, and like they start like trying to put the accent on, you know, and it always just it comes out terrible.
Who's saying that there was some? I don't know if I just seen it on Facebook or something. It was some footballer was recommending. He was talking about playing for Barcelona or Madrid or something like that, and he was saying to one of the younger guys from England who'd gone over, and he was just like, you need to learn to play the game. And they're like, but we know how to play the game, we know how to play football. And he's like, no, like the media game, because he couldn't be arsed with it. But he was saying that you just like it would make your life so much easier if you just go along, because they've got, I think, even more media than the Premiership footballers and stuff like that. So that was quite
Probably,
yeah. So folks in the chat, and that we thought it'd be fun to kind of have a little look on what's new in music, or like what's the gossip and stuff like that. And obviously listen to people's songs, but just to have stuff to sort of talk about. So if you sort of see anything that's cool during the week or that, like share it in the Discord, and tag us, and we can have a look at it, and then just kind of have a wee chat about it and stuff, because I think that might be quite good. To sort of
because
the amount sort of focus.
Yeah, exactly. But also, it's like the amount of times, like Eric or somebody will post like a YouTube video about something that's happening in, you know, the music, you know, this whole YouTube space, with a lot of like what's going on with music, whether it's plugins or some kind of like something to do with Spotify, whatever it may be. It'd be something to do while everybody's getting into the stream, the start of the stream, talk about it, see what people think about it in the chat. You know, or if people want to write something in Discord, read it out, and then we'll get to the tunes. I think that'd be a good idea. Yeah.
Keep us on track. Well, Mr. Stud has very kindly sent us a new arrangement of fangs.
A new song. He's a clever one, this Mr. Transylvania Stud. He's got around more bands than my mother has. Jesus.
Don't know where I was going with that. Sorry, Mum. Right, let's bring up Apple Music. Should be able to see it. Why are we not seeing it?
Was this released, is it?
No, it's a download, and my computer will only play like sort of the MP3 downloads, it downloads it to my music, so
I get yeah.
But for some reason, let's
that light looks white behind me now. It's doing my head in.
Where's it? Yeah, music. Are we?
Get up practicing on our Southern Stains. I remember, who was it? We were in the Discord voice chat, and I was doing like an old Southern gentleman accent, and Chuck was pissing himself laughing. I can't remember. I think it was Chuck. He was like, "Do it again, do it again." I was under pressure, you know. Can't do accents when I'm under pressure.
Hey, there we go. Find you
Look,
eventually. Oh, taking over the whole
there you
bloody
go.
screen though. Fuck
Well,
hell.
bless your heart.
Oh,
Well, bless your heart.
Right, let's
Lord, honey, no.
put that in there.
I just end up sounding like Dolly Parton or something when I try and do it.
You sounded like the women from Tom and Jerry. Thomas, Thomas.
I've not Tom and Jerry like the cartoon Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen even an episode of that.
Oh, Tom and Jerry was freaking awesome. Very yeah, good fun. Right, let's right. I'm just gonna mute.
This guy.
Yeah, sounded good, man. Enjoyed that. Um, have you? Sounds like you'd added a few more maybe vocal harmonies, and you've done a new arrangement. What have you changed about the arrangement? My memory's terrible, stud. So you're gonna have to sort of
I think
let us
did he
know.
add did he add something to like the bridge section? It's not, I think that took me off guard.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's added something there with some extra guitars, but
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. It's like when he hits them notes and like I
Oh,
guess
it's
you
cool.
call it the
Yeah.
chorus.
It's
I don't know. That's like it's funny he was talking about singing in the Discord the other day, and he was saying like how he would just sit in his car and scream along to Chris Cornell, trying to match his range and stuff. And I mean, it's paid off. I just
uh,
cut one of the pre-choruses. Just had a quick interlude. Yeah.
no, you're
Okay. Yeah.
it's well, that's it. I think that's half the battle of singing is getting out your own way. A lot of the
Yeah.
time, I mean, I like the track I'm just trying to have a look for here. So Carol has our Twitch channel and stuff like that, but she's one of the people. So I'm in the Chris Lipe's Sing Together 365. So it's like a monthly thing. So they do. So he does like I think it's like between 4 and 5 Zoom sessions every month, and there's like a course and different song studies and things like that. So you can do your own stuff, and so I'll maybe share the videos of what I was doing, so you can kind of get an idea of what it is. But it's about obviously getting out your own way when it comes to singing and not being afraid to kind of make the mistakes, and that's kind of the idea. But there's different, each month's got a different sort of focus. So they've had like tone builder, and you'll do song breakdowns and vocalist breakdowns and things like that, and you'll break down exactly kind of where they're placing their voice, and kind of what character. So like how you reproduce the kind of like the bright sound of a particular artist or things like that. So it's really good. So there's, I think, I mean, it varies, but usually there's sort of between 15 and 20 people in the chat, and you can submit like a 40-second video or so, and Chris will give you feedback on it and sort of say, right, okay, this is what to work on next, this is what you're doing well, things like that. So it's a really cool thing, and it works very nicely with like his courses and things. So I've met, obviously last week I shared Kev, like his kind of what he's been doing on Twitch, which was kind of doing that like write a song in an hour and things like that. And Carol's another one in the group. She's got a really cool voice, very much kind of like power metal style female vocals. So she's got a new song coming out next week, but I think there was a slightly older release from her band that she said. So I'm just going to try and find it because I've not listened to it yet, but I wanted to listen to it. So give me 1 second and I'll see if I can find it.
Okay. I just wanted to, Stud was asking, did it flow? Yeah, it flows. It actually felt a little bit more snappier this time. I don't know if it's because of that piece that you cut out. Um, I'd have to listen back to them both, to give you like a complete opinion, I guess. But yeah, it did feel snappier, and I don't know, it was that like strange, like whatever that effect was at the end with the guitars. Is that some? I wondered if that was. I can't remember if that was in the last version or not. Because that was really cool. I'd try and incorporate that a little bit, but it might be hard because you've got because you've got the structure kind of solidified now. But that sounded really cool. But I don't know, yeah, it sounds like it's like because that kind of really glassy guitar tone I was talking about. Um, it sounds like it was whatever you were tracking that with. But yeah. It sounded more snappy, if that makes sense.
Trying to find her detail. I subscribed to her channel, and I really hate because I hate YouTube sometimes because obviously it updates your subscription to like maybe what's been released recently, or it changes it, and obviously I'm always kind of jumping about YouTube, so I can't. Oh, Dreamfall, that's it. I'll get there eventually. There we go. Empress is our.
I think Stud, I don't think it needs like tightening up much. I think you just anything you're gonna do to that song now is like your taste. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like 90% of, I think like once you get a song 90% of the way there in terms of like just the kind of objectively right and wrong things you should be doing in a song. After that, it's all about like your own personality, your own taste, your own spin on things. And I think like yeah, like that in that song you don't seem like you're wavering at all. Like you don't seem like it doesn't seem like you're unsure. Like it's the song doesn't sound unsure. It's very sure of himself, sure of itself, like it knows what it's doing. And so I don't think yeah. So if you want to get it tightened up, I guess that's, that would fall into that bracket of what I'm talking about. But yeah, I can't think of anything that would it just doesn't feel like it needs improvement. It just feels like it it's like you were saying you stood saying to me a couple of weeks back, like you kind of just need to like get used to pulling the trigger and letting a song go. And I think you probably need to take your own advice there, and like do it with that song. But I understand sometimes you kind of just, you know, sometimes a song doesn't feel finished to you and you can't really let it go until it does.
Yeah. I would like because I was like, I mean, Stud says a lot of the time. Obviously, he just said there for sure. You had to cut this one up like an old credit card, and then it needs a lot of clean takes. So I was wondering, like, obviously how different people record their vocals or tracking and stuff like that. And I know that there's like one of the things that like I don't always like try and like do a whole take or stuff like that, and I've realized that it's it's not necessary. Um, I tend to do it when I'm writing just to get the idea out.
Yeah.
But I think when tracking or if I go into something, it's like I don't know if it's like boredom or I just get fed up of singing the same line over and over again. I kind of just want to like try and do the whole verse in one go or the whole chorus, but I realize that that's not always the best thing when you're kind of making an actual recorded song. You're not doing like a live playthrough or something like that.
Yeah.
And I forget. I don't think of it as cheating. I think it's just a thing of maybe it's an age thing because again I'm not quick enough with DAWs because I see Trey like writing a solo or something and he'll play like 4 notes or 5 notes and then do the next. I can't do that. I find that really difficult to do. It's like I want to try and play the whole bit together. It's like
Oh, you mean like working it like piecemeal? Like
yeah,
just yeah.
I just like I can do it to an extent, but when any time I try like punching in or anything like that, I just can never get the timing right. Um,
That's do you wait for the punch in?
I used to ages ago. I'll start the track and just play along for a bit and hopefully get that. But sometimes what happens is I forget and I maybe I do it like too long. So rather than maybe 2 or 3 bars or like yeah, just like a bar or two before the bit that I want to record, I'll end up doing 4 bars and then I'll fuck up the bit that I'm actually trying to record because I'm having trouble with
Yeah.
that change. It's like for fuck's sake. I'm
Do
getting
that.
better at it. But I think a lot of it as well is a bit of practice and patience, because I made, I think, a lot of the time mistake of trying to write and record the song at the same time, rather than trying to
Yeah,
write
you
the
can't.
song and then go, right, okay, now I'm doing that a lot more. I'm kind of like, right, okay, I want to at least know that it's at the stage now, it's ready to start tracking and things like that.
I think like you were saying about Trey's new video, the sandboxing video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you need to me the DAW is there for once the idea is like somewhat solidified, and uh it's like it's a kind of it's kind of a silly trope at this point, but it should be something it should have some meat to it already if it's just you and your guitar singing. Uh but there's also the argument that, I was actually watching a video about Taylor Swift today, and the they were talking about how a lot of her songs would not work like that, but they do once it's in the production stage. So you've got to get good at learning like what ideas will be emphasized by the production part, or what songs are gonna benefit from you getting it's like getting it like getting it to its full potential with just you and an acoustic guitar. So there's you've got to learn to kind of recognize which is which.
Mhm.
But yeah, I only write. I only write with my guitar, me singing, and then I'll record the ideas on my phone. Like that's it. I rarely ever write. The only thing I ever change when I'm in the DAW is vocals, because it's like I want that solidified
Mm.
base of a song.
Yeah.
And then if I could, I'll go, well, my vocals are so repetitive, I need to change it a little bit.
Mhm.
That's the only thing I ever change. So that's my 2 cents.
No, it makes perfect sense as well. I think it's. I mean, I still like still just kind of finding, I guess, my method that gets the best results, and like a lot of the time I'll noodle away and not record, but I'll have something like I'll have the idea, and I'll kind of work on it to a point that I kind of think, right, okay, that feels like that could be a verse, that feels like that could be the chorus, that maybe feels like it could be the bridge, and
Yeah.
then usually it's just like on the acoustic, and then I kind of start thinking a little bit kind of from the feeling I'm getting from the what I'm playing, like what I kind of want the song uh, to be about, in a sense, like sort of think, right, okay, this has got this kind of vibe to it, so right, I want this to be a semi serious song, and this is maybe going to be what the subject matter's about, or this one feels like it's going to be a bit silly. Sometimes it's like I'll have a silly idea, like the when I went on a walk with my wife on a dog walk, I'd seen some spray paint. Somebody had spray painted "Petty Crime Makes Me Horny," and I was like, "That's a song right there." And then I thought, right, it's a kind of new metal. I wanted it to be like a kind of new metal song, so I've got like the basis of the idea down on that. But
Yeah.
then another bit I was writing was I was thinking back to when I was at college, and one of the ways that we were kind of taught to count weird times was obviously find a phrase with that many syllables. So one of the phrases that we learned, or one of the phrases, was on a bus to university, to count 9, because that was 9 syllables. So
All right.
that was going in my head, going on a bus to university, on a bus to university, and then I had some nice chords, and I started playing that, and I was like, oh, that sounds really quite nice, and it works quite well with them. So that's another, like, I was like, right, okay, that to me kind of feels like it's going to be like a bit of a slower kind of builder, like a post rock kind of style song is where I want to go with that. I've kind of got that very loosely fleshed out, but it feels like it's going to be a bit more of a task to do because of where I want to go with it in my head. like I can hear and I can visualize all the ambience and stuff like that. But I think Stud said something very funny, interesting to me about one of my songs, and I think it was the Dopamine song, and I think he said that your knowledge of music is getting in the way of like
the song.
Yeah, it's like you know a good amount, but it doesn't fit with the song. You're almost trying to like force stuff into something, and it's so true. And I think that's definitely probably a guitarist cursed. It's definitely anybody's done any kind of musical study cursed, because you I mean, I know Trey was talking about it on the stream. I've been re-listening to Friday's stream, and I know he was talking about it. And it's like I know I write songs sometimes, or I used to write songs very much kind of like, oh, is this going to impress so-and-so? Because I think of them as a good guitar and that, rather than just kind of thinking, right, is this a song that I would want to listen to? And that's what I'm trying to get my head into. I'm kind of trying to write songs that I think to myself, I'd want to listen to this. Like, even though it's like, if it wasn't me writing it, if I heard this, would I like it? And that's where I'm trying to kind of go.
Yeah.
And getting rid of those babies, those little riffs and things that you think, but it's also fun just to fanny about. Like, I mean, that I don't know. So I went not back to the drawing board, but after speaking to you about that breakdown song, so I've kind of done a combination of what I'd said. So I've dropped the tempo back down, but I've managed to find a good vocal melody that does kind of, I think, give a bit more harmonic interest, but it's still got that cool vibe that I liked of what I liked about the song originally. So I'll put that on. Anyway, enough chit chat from me. So Carol's band are called Element of Fate. They've got a few songs now. I don't know. She was saying that she's doing a music video, but I don't know if it's for the current one, the latest release, Dreamfall, or if she's got another one. So what I thought is maybe we'll
that's a missed opportunity. Carol should have a band called Christmas.
We are in the process of doing the 12 Chris Leepays of Christmas. One of the guys is writing like a thing, so we're all going to be joining in on that. I'm doing the video edit for that. So, but yeah, we'll have a listen to Dreamfall, and yeah, and we'll check it out. She didn't sort of say, well, like, we can give feedback if we want, but we'll play it. And then we can, because I'm hoping Carol's hopefully going to come on next week, because I think there's she's maybe got a song release, and I was on her, well, I was chatting to her on Twitch the other day, and she was sharing stuff and that, and I said, like, it'd be cool to get her on, because I always like it when you've got the person who's written the song to kind of talk about the song with. It's always quite nice to sort of find out what they were thinking and the kind of process behind it, and that. But I know that she did the music video, but I don't know if it's for this one or if it's maybe for another one that she's got releasing next week. But we'll have a little listen to this.
Okay. Well, I'll behave myself if she comes on stream.
You behave yourself. I'll not let you out. No, she's it was funny because her stream's full of bad language and things like that, and so I played our Never Trust a Fart demo.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, that's which again, that's I've been so, I need to get myself organized. I have too many things going on.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Right, so let's check this out. That's true. With a name like Dreamfall, you expected nothing less. Of course it is. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
very metal, very, very power metal. And I think, I mean, she's got a fucking incredible voice, like some serious pipes on her. And I mean, I knew that from seeing her doing her practice stuff, and I know that's her doing the low growls as well. She's been working on that kind of stuff, that kind of the high power and things like that. I liked the song. It felt a little slow to me. I felt like it needed just a little bit of a bump in tempo, maybe. But it was yeah, it just like it felt like it was just like I want to go faster.
I think yeah, there is that element to it, but I think sometimes with I'm not very familiar with this genre, so I could just be completely talking out my backside right now. But with this genre, sometimes it feels like, and now time for something completely different. Like there's always some, and I get it because they want to have this kind of like musical journey, like you know, and I get that. But I think sometimes even you wouldn't really have to even raise up the BPM, just like edit, you know what I mean? Trim the fat out of it, and it wouldn't feel as much as you know. And I don't mean this in a bad way. It just wouldn't feel like it's dragging on as much, you know. And every genre can be guilty of that, and I've been guilty of that myself. So, you know, so yeah, maybe like a little bit of editing, more focus on the actual song rather than kind of, because I get it. Like when you have like an instrument like that, like when you can sing like that, there's all these different things you want to do. It's like you were saying about with your guitar playing, you know, you're like, oh, there's this little riff I wrote and I want to do this and I want to show off this. And it's like, and I get it. Everyone wants to like, you know, to do that stuff. Like if I learn a new drum fill, I want to try fitting in the next song, you know, it's like, it might not be the best thing for the song. So yeah, I think, there might be an element of that going on as well. Uh, and you said it was a band as well, didn't you?
I think so. Now, what I think, from what I can remember speaking to, and again, this will be good while to get Carol on just to sort of find out. I know that from what I sort of said to her in the chat was that she kind of writes the stuff, and then she's got like a friend who's a guitarist and a drum programmer, and kind of like comes up with the music and things.
Yeah.
So I think she's like obviously writing the vocal melodies and the lyrics, and like a kind of rough idea. I mean, she said herself that she goes, I want the guitar to go do 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 do, and that kind of thing. It's I want the drums to go ka-dung, 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 which is pretty much how most musicians explain drums to non-drummers, or to drummers when non-drummers explain to drummers. I want it to go dun 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 chuk 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 chuk, which is always amusing. So and I know that it's, so I think it's like a bit of a collaboration, but again, need to sort of, it'll be good to speak to her and just sort of find out like our process and everything like that. But I know that she said that she's always like looking for like kind of feedback for like I said that, I mean, she knows what the stream's about, and it was something I was thinking about. It was like when I said to her that like feedback's very hard to give and also sometimes hard to take. I mean, I've got, since obviously following Trey and everybody like that, I've got so much better at taking feedback, and I think as well being older certainly helps. You don't get quite as hard, but it's still, there's been times that I've sent stuff in to Audio Brothers or to Trey, and like in my head I've been like, yeah, because I can almost hear the finished product. So like I know where I want it to go, and I know like I'm sort of thinking, oh, this is going to be really good, and then like I don't get the sort of the enthusiasm that I've got for it, and then I'm like, oh, like, but once I've got like, once I've told my ego to shut up and just kind of take it for what it is, which is just basically like, and it's all feedback is technically just an opinion of people, and you can
Yeah.
take it or you can leave it. Normally, like I'll listen to everything and then kind of maybe change a couple of things and see if it works, and if I like it, and if I don't, then I'll go back to what it was, or I'll try something different. But I know the sort of first few times it was kind of like, oh, like am I cut out for this? It's like
Yeah, I get that feeling, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think for me, I just kind of got a bit like nervous because like I'd been making music in a vacuum for so long. I was just a bit nervous, like I wonder what people are gonna say because I'd never like kind of experienced like an honest opinion from someone I didn't know. Um, but I don't know. I've just been since I turned 20. I've been dead inside. So I was just like I'm just not asked. I'm just like
oh.
I don't care. You know, like but yeah. I still do get that because like we all work so hard on it and we want people to see what we see in it. So and
Yeah,
that's why ultimately that's why we make music. Like we enjoy it and
yeah,
we love putting the work in and having the finished product. But there is that element of like I want people to have some reaction that's similar to the one I have, because
yeah,
then it's you're connecting with people at the end of the day. And like you want your song to be a conversation, and if you go it's like trying to it's like trying to chat up a girl, you know what I mean? It's like you want some kind of feedback there, you want some kind of reaction,
yeah,
uh you want the conversation to go somewhere. If you just get looked up and down like you're a piece of and then you just get she walks off, or it's hard to take. But you're right, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Yeah.
and I think as well, I mean, it's like they always say comparison is the thief of joy, and I think it's completely impossible to not compare yourself to others. But I mean, I've definitely got better. I've got older, but I still do it. Like I'll listen, like I'll obviously I'll listen to one of Eric's mix, or I'll listen to like one of your songs or one of Paul McCartney's or something, and I just think, oh, that's such an interesting song. It's really cool, or it's a really cool mix, and it's like, and I want, and I think to myself, it's like, why am I not coming up with stuff like that? And it's like, but you're coming up with your own stuff. It's like it's that constant battle in your head, and that
Yeah.
constant voice. It's just sort of going. Not that you're not good enough, just that kind of like, oh, why are you not more like that? But I mean, that's just life. And again, you can,
Well, I mean, I get I get what you're saying. I think, but the thing as well, Andrew, what you've got to remember is like what was it? It's like 2 or 3 years ago you were recording on an iPad. Was it yeah, like you haven't been doing this that long, Andrew. Like
I
you're at the stage I was at, like when like I started like recording myself at like, you know, 23, and then I put an album out when I was 26. So that was like 3 years ago. Like you've got to understand that like if you listen to one of my songs and you go, that seems well more fleshed out, or like I wish I could do something like that. I was doing the same things when I was 3 years into it. I was listening to people's stuff. Like I knew people that made music online, and I was like, oh, I wish I could be like that. And then comparing yourself to the people that you love to listen to as well. It's like it's all a learning curve, and it's like you you're not gonna get anywhere. Like what you're feeling right there, like what you're describing, what you're feeling is part of the process. It's all part of the
yeah,
process.
yeah.
Yeah. So
It's definitely.
don't get too down about it.
Oh no, that's like, I mean, I don't get down about it. It's just it's those thoughts, and I think everybody has it, and I think you can let
Yeah.
those. Again, a lot of the time it can be depending just on your general mood as well. But like, no, I know that how much I've improved over the last 2-3 years, and it's been from
Yeah.
this community. It's been from the feedback, and I don't think I would be. I don't think if I'd not been getting the feedback and not been, again, consistency. Certainly, I've been like I forgot about it, but I realised that I've been pretty much constantly trying to write a song or do something with a song for the last 2 years, pretty much every day, whether it's noodling or things like that. But
Yeah.
and there's and again, I know that you've been doing it for like 10 years odd.
Yeah, it's
Like,
coming up on 10,
I
yeah.
mean, Eric and like obviously Eric was mixing. He's been mixing for 15 odd years. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like anything. If you prioritize the thing that you do, and then you're going to get better at it. But like what a lot of people do, and I think they have an expectation, or they can sometimes have an expectation to be like, oh, why am I not like so and so singer or that? And it's like, well, that so and so singer is probably writing songs every day, like, and you're not hearing them. But I mean, one of the things that Ren said, he goes, I've got over 1,000 demos on a hard drive, and it's like, that's why he's as good as he is, because he's got 1,000 other songs that you've not heard. And for a lot of people, it's certainly, it can be detrimental, and I think that it's great with these kind of communities to get the feedback, but also it's kind of how you do it. And I think I've taken a much longer way around, basically, just to sort of say any feedback that we give to people, it's like from a place of we want you to get better, or we want you to like not take this personally. This is just our opinions on something, and neither of us really listen to this style of music a lot, but we've got our kind of thoughts of what we'd maybe think that would help it.
Yeah, if I was in a position where I was writing a song like this is what I would do with it. Like that's the only place I can come from, because like I say, like I could not sing like this if my life depended on it. So that's the other thing as well. You've got to acknowledge the good with the bad. But you're right. People have got to, you know, I don't know. I've just always like I don't know. I just always had a thick skin, so I was lucky with that.
No,
Some people just don't. It's
I
like,
didn't really get a thicker skin until sort of mid-30s, early 30s was when I kind of started giving less of a shit. But again, my whole life is all like all the jobs that I've had have all been like in sales or customer service, so you don't get a chance to like sort of answer back. So you hold your tongue a lot.
Yeah, that's
See, stud.
See, it's no, you're right as well. It's the environment you're in as well. You know what I mean? Like I just like I just grew up in a situation where there was like it was people would let you know what they thought about you, and like you had to kind of give back as good as you get. And I think you just learn quickly that like you're not gonna change people's minds about you. It's like you just need to be happy with yourself at the end of the day. But you know, music is still a learning process. So you gotta get better. You gotta get better if you wanna do the things you want to do with it. You've got to get better, and feedback's definitely part of that for sure. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, before we go, I'm going to let you hear the the redone version. Now, I want to make sure that I get the right actual version.
Yeah, sure.
So, version 5.
Yeah, I've got so many of these, like version blah blah blah.
Because I let my wife hear both versions and just sort of said, right, what are your kind of like, what one do you like better or things like that, and she was honest and she said that she liked this she liked the choruses in this version. She liked some of the guitar stuff in the other version. So there's that kind of sort of mix. But I think I've got a nice kind of variety in this with how it's going. So I've still got that kind of cool like groove.
Yeah.
I found a nice bass line as well, which I quite like. So yeah, and yeah, let's have a listen and you can tell me what you think.
Yeah, go on. Let's go.
To the slaughter, greater the hidden behind the victim's mask. Trap, I've been caught in. Turn me around, stab me in the back. To your world, bring me down to your hell. Watch me burn to your world. Bring me down to your hell. Watch me burn. By deception, led by falsehoods laid out on the path. Raised by fake promises, left for dead and broken out I cast down. Take to your world, bring me down. Take to your world, and watch me burn. Take to your world, bring me down. Take to your world, and watch me
Just a kind of bit of a mismatch of stuff.
What happened there?
Still there?
What happened there?
Oh,
You
it was just it was all kind of rough, and then just a kind of
okay.
it was just a kind of I've not quite figured out. Well, I've kind of figured out what I'm doing at the end, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, I think you've. Oh shit! One second, still got the stream on. Still got the stream on. I was like, why the fuck am I hearing myself? No, I think you've definitely I think you're finding the happy medium there
yeah,
for sure. Especially in the and then there was one section. Trying to think. So see where there's like that like the third bit you've cut there.
this
If
bit
does that
here.
make sense? Like there's I think it's on the guitar on the right hand side. It's like a purple. I think it's that
Or
section.
this one here, or this one here.
Yeah. Wait, I can't tell because I'm looking on the stream. It's like, yeah. I think you're at the right spec. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And let me put it.
Oh, wait a minute. To help if I actually turn up the volume of the Logic, and then you could hear this bit. kind of.
Yeah. It was that section that did it, did it,
Yeah.
did it, did it. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah,
I think that's really cool.
the octave. And that was yeah, it was kind of that was a I think that was a happy accident. Or I
They're
think
the
I was
best
figuring
ones.
out a lead bit and I was like I had it kind of playing on the lead and I was like actually that's quite cool as octaves and I thought actually that's quite cool as just like varying up the second verse.
Yeah. No, like
From
that's a really cool part. I'd
and
definitely
again with a
stick with
cool
that.
drum, kind of like a cool drum, like
Yeah.
following it will be
And
really
yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah,
on
definitely.
that.
No, I think you definitely start like you. I think you're in the right. You're in the right. Like when I was saying to you last time, you were talking about this and you played this other version. You're in the right ballpark right now. Like definitely keep going in this
'Cause
direction.
I've changed the way
For
that
sure.
I mean the version on this is just I was just kind of speaking it, but the idea of the I've changed the lyrics around instead of saying "bring me down to your world." I think I've got like "taken to your world," "bring me down," "taken to your world," "watch me burn" or something like that. But it kind of is it here? Yeah, so it's kind of like
Taken to your world.
I'm going world, but it's like taken to your world, bring me down, like big high, big stud screams. So that's the plan. That's what I'm hearing in my head anyway. So yeah, cool.
That's a cool.
Close window. Save. Cool. Well, I think that's it. I've just realised it's 9:25. You need to finish at 9, and I knew this would happen. I'd ramble on. Why can I not hear you? Have I turned you down?
No, it's me. It's me.
Oh,
It's me.
shit,
It's me.
shit. He's locked himself up. He's locked himself up.
Yeah, I'm just playing the victim. That's all it is.
Oh no. So yeah, no. Thanks again for joining me.
Yeah, no worries.
And yeah, I'll keep you up to date. So people who are watching this, get songs or even just song suggestions for us to check out. Doesn't like obviously you know that like don't make us check out like
Any official release stuff and
just
things
like
yeah, anything that gets
SoundCloud
taken
stuff's
out.
always a good safe bet and things like that. So if you hear anything in the week, stick it in the chat or in the Discord and either song submissions or check the song out and we'll have a look at them as well. I'll let you know if Carol's going to join us next week.
Yeah, and if anyone listening saying to themselves, "Oh, I need to record that thing," get it recorded and send it into us
Yeah.
next Tuesday. We'll be happy to hear it. Like
You've heard the shite versions that I've sent in, so don't worry about like we can hear past the demo.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like because and again, if you put a wee explanation of kind of where you're going with it or something like that, we can voice our opinions and you can take it or leave it.
Or anything you need help with, like yeah.
Like yeah, maybe need help with the ladies or help with the men. We can certainly try and give you advice on how to not talk to people.
Yeah.
I'll tell I'll tell my story next week about when I asked the girl at the checkout out in Tesco's. This is now 20 odd years ago.
Oh,
I think I might have told that on the charity stream, but
I think I
funny
remember
story.
you telling us that. Yeah, I can't remember it though. So let's tell us again.
It's a good story. It's
Yeah.
It's one of those moments where you just like, yep. Cool.
It's one of those learning experiences. Let's say that.
Perfect. And remember to hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share. We'll get some shorts done at some point and get them up.
Yeah.
And I remember to actually record this time, so I can probably do better edits.
Okay.
Although I do think that I need to download a plugin that allows me to do individual thing, so I would just have your video, my video, and then the stream, like, because then it's better for
I
editing.
get it.
But it'll just be the actual audio builder stream.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, I'll shut up now. And I will end the broadcast. Bye, everybody.